Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Appreciate you for stopping by. It's certain times in certain areas, and right now it's 5:30 a.m. here. I got done with some stuff, and I felt like, you know what? Why don't we just start streaming right away? Right away. Um, so yeah, we'll see what time it is for everybody else because it's we like to be live around that time, or at least be awake at the time between like 3 and 5 a.m. where crypto really runs or picks up a lot of volume. So I was just watching some things and wanted to go through some 100x gems, or find some 100x gems. I feel like we can, and a lot of people, I think, with some of these, they focus on the top 100, but yeah, it's 11 a.m. here. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's perfect time for you. It's a lonely world for us sometimes. What do you mean? I need some crypto buddies, bro. I hear you. I hear you. Around me, I don't have anybody that's really a fan of crypto. My brother's starting to get into crypto a little bit. We're talking back and forth on different projects, different things that are out there. But yeah, we, I, I feel you. So we got 33 people here, guys. Make sure you kick that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button if you're interested in being subscribed. Also, for the 4 people that are on Rumble, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button as well. We currently have 2 likes so far, and one of those likes is me. I tend to get the ball rolling with a lot of the likes, and I'll hit the like button on every place that I can. Besides X, sometimes there's a rare chance that I'll do it on X, but um, on YouTube, I always like to get the ball rolling, so I'll hit the like button before everybody else does. Also, there have been a few people that have been happy with the early access to videos. So if you guys want early access to videos, I have an early access membership tier on YouTube to where you can access all my videos right when they get uploaded. So you don't have to wait until like sometimes I'll have it during the weekend. I'll upload at like 9, 12 p.m. and then I'll upload at like 4 or something like that. So we'll have a large range, but I'll record them earlier. So if you guys want what those videos are, you can basically get those videos a lot sooner, especially the ones where I'm going over like what are the big players, or the big movers, the ones that will be those 100x gems, right? Or could be potentially. Like the last video I did, which honestly got more views than I thought it would. So that's great. Maybe it was the thumbnail style, or maybe it was certain wording of the title, and we'll have to figure that out. But um, it was definitely good to be able to see that, because typically people want only things that are in like the top 100. But when you look outside the top 100, you see so much more opportunity. And we talked about that over the weekend. Yesterday, we actually pretty much had like the same live stream, but like we're going to go through a lot more, obviously, here. We have 7 people on Rumble. Again, 2 likes. Hit that like button. Honey, I'm back. My friends and fam still say stop with the crypto. Yeah, I hear you. Well, my family doesn't say stop with the crypto. They understand that they don't understand cryptocurrency, but yeah, they don't say stop with cryptocurrency, because I don't ever like mention it crazy. I'll say like, oh, I had this gain in this position, or you definitely need to look at cryptocurrency a lot further, and people be like, yeah, and we'll have like a little conversation on it, but it's never like I'm really really interested and I'll get into it and I want to talk to you, pretty much every day about this thing. My brother has been talking to me every time we get on the phone. Um, we've been talking about different cryptocurrencies, and he was like, yeah, I made $3 with ADA, so I took that $3 out and I put it into another position. And he's like, I keep moving around different positions. What do you think I should do? And giving people some advice, at least on strategies, not on what you should do with a position, but a strategy. Thud. Is my mic on? Your mic is on. What's the super rad spinny thing on your desk called? So this is called they're called spinning or swinging sticks, something like that. This is just the replica version. The real version is more expensive, so I didn't get it. And you can always get that to where it's weighted the right way, so it always spins and never stops. But this actually uses batteries because it is a replica version. But yeah, it's in my Amazon store if you want to go and check it out. So I have a store down below where you'll see, not my merch store. If you want to go to my merch store, feel free to do that as well. But I have my Amazon store in the description, and you can check it out. It's part of my YouTube equipment. Harmony 33x and E&J at least 15x, all in the next year. CRO equals Casio in the house always wins. So I agree with a lot of plays, but when we look at some plays like isn't E&J top 100 coin, CRO as well, looking at I don't know what Harmony is, but I'm trying to look at some of these plays. Like, a lot of people are always bringing up, like, what is the now? And I understand how these may be worth a lot more and you're going to see a 20x and 30x, but I know a lot of people that are looking for this, right? If I go over to XRP, and a lot of people are looking for this, they're looking for a level of 0.005 up to 62 cents, 0.005 up to $3.40. They're looking for that return. They're looking for a 10,000x. You're looking for Kaspa, right, which is a 76,000x or something like that. You're looking for something like that, which is good to see kind of Kaspa coming back a little bit from these highs of 15 cents. Once it gets to a certain level, I'll probably buy more because I currently have like $200 worth, $240 worth. But anyways, you're trying to look for this, which is 0.00, which is again 74,000x, 0.0018, 3 zeros, 0.00018, and currently looking at about 13 cents. These are the ones that people are looking for. However, when it was valued over here, I don't know if it'll show the market cap. When it was over here, it was at a very, very low market cap. Even here, you're seeing it at a $22 million market cap. This is what people want, but they neglect to look for those things, right? They're always looking at, what's XRP doing right now, which is great to have that, and it's always fantastic to have that. We will have it, and we'll talk about it. But the point is that there has to be other plays that are in the 10 to 20 million, single digit millions that you could find as a 100x, 1000x, or even, 73,000% return. Obviously that would be huge, but those are the plays where you take maybe a little bit of risk and it pays out very, very well, in the long term. Because you look at that in 2022 and you're like, all right, I could have invested in that and let it live its life. As it lives its life, you see maybe a little bit of a struggle in the beginning. It starts to pick up. You start to see some light at the end of the tunnel, and then you see it absolutely thrive, and a lot of people get onto it. Now, it's not 100% that you'll find that position, because that position is kind of a diamond in the rough type of thing. So you have to have like a strategy in place in order to do that. And I think the way that we do that is probably by seeing maybe a little bit of the volume, a little bit of what's going around, what people are talking about, what's being created. Because again, this was beginning stages. I don't know where it was available and if it was available in the places that, we could purchase it now. Not all of them, but some of them. But either way, you're looking for that specific like type of play. And there are a lot that are out there, right? You even look at BTC, and a lot of people pointed this out. They're like, hey, if you invested in BTC at $1, you you would be making so much money, right? You invested $100, you invested and bought 100 BTC. You see how much you would have, right? You literally add 2 zeros to the end of that. So honestly, it would be fantastic for you to go from $1 to $37,000. But the point is that while it was at some of these levels, while it was at 5 cents at a time, right, where you saw back in 2012 or in 2014, where it's sitting at even $400 or whatever, right? If you found a way to invest it at that time, you got to understand that this was at a $1 billion market cap. This was at a $25 million market cap or a $42 million market cap. Like, it's at a very, very low market cap. And that's what's insane about it. It's that people will say, oh, well, it's the next Bitcoin. If you could have invested a Bitcoin at $1, and they're comparing it to things like I don't know, Kaspa, or comparing it to things like XRP right now. Like, you're investing in it right now at a $30 billion market cap. And you're like, if I can get into XRP at $1, it could turn into what Bitcoin is. And yes, XRP is a different story, but you're still trying to find that diamond in the rough with a position that's already out in the open. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? A friend of mine on Facebook asked if Bitcoin was a scam. A few people reported that it was, and they knew people who lost money buying it. Told them they had done zero research. I hear you. I can't see anything. I gotta increase the size of that. Not this one. This one over here. There we go. That's much better. But yeah, I've had people that don't understand cryptocurrency, and they're like, well, what is it? Like, I'm not going to change. They say, I'm not going to change my debit card or my credit card for this. And I'm like, well, you used to use cash. Like, you were around when we didn't really use credit cards as much. You used to use cash most of the time. And now it seems like everything has to be through card, has to be cashless. So if that's the case, why couldn't you see yourself transitioning to cryptocurrency in the end? Like, well, I don't know how to use it. You didn't know how to use credit cards then. They had to explain it, had to go through a process of understanding how to use it and where you would use it. Good morning, Matt. Have you seen anything on Dork? I have not. I have a little punt. I don't know what that is. On it as a speculative position, hoping for maybe a 20 to 30x. So yeah, I haven't looked into it. I haven't seen it. Is it something that is running right now? Green Heart punt. Oh, you had a little punt. Got you. Because, wait. No, it's not punt. It's dork. Why did I say punt? Currently looking at down 18%. It's currently sitting at a $4 million market cap with $578,000 worth of volume. Looks like it's only available on Uniswap right now and Open Ocean. So I haven't heard of it, but what I'm trying to look for, I know there's a lot of people that are just trying to look for something that's on Uniswap or whatever, and those could be those $1 million bangers, right? Things that are worth $1 million now and could be worth $4 billion later. I know my screen. I'm not showing it because it's a $4 million market cap. And it's something that's only on Uniswap, so it can create a lot of volume. If it was something that was already on Coinbase or something like that, then typically yes. But I don't want to have to, show something and then, it ends up pumping and people are like, oh, I thought Matt was going to be in this position because he was showing it on the screen. You know what I mean? And either way, I'm trying to show lower market caps, but I'm also trying to go into ones that are on an exchange already, right? So things like KrillCoin. KrillCoin, for me, KrillCoin sits at, I'll show that. KrillCoin sits at a $9.8 million market cap. Now, $9.8 million market cap, while it's tradable on Coinbase, is definitely a different story than something that's $9 million market cap that's not tradable on some of these places, because it already has the ability to have that activity, to have the growth, versus people going out of their way to pay these extra fees for it to be, for them to get into something super early. And that's what I'm looking for, right? Something that's well established, but still not fully adopted yet. We understand the popularity, but as time goes on, it's not fully adopted. And a lot of the things that are on exchanges, the crazy enough is you don't have to really find 100% of the 76,000% gems, right? You don't have to find those plays. It would be great if you found them, but you can find literally anything on these exchanges. And unless they decide to delist them, you can literally find anything on these exchanges, but through the bull market, they will have some success. All of them will find a way to have some success. Maybe not now in the short term, but you can see it more in the long term, as long as they do stay listed on these platforms. I haven't had a position being delisted on me yet. And even if it was, it's not saying that it wouldn't be able to, recover from there, or I wouldn't be able to recover from it. Like, it's not, people look at this and they go, well, what if it gets delisted? Well, then I just sell it. Yes, I end up losing money on the deal, but I end up coming out with something in the end, if it does end up getting delisted, because delisted on an exchange is a different play than having it be delisted in the stock market. Delisted in the stock market is very difficult to get your money back, and you probably won't. Delisted in the crypto market, you're just delisted on a certain platform, and then you have various sources that you could send it to, and they also warn you when that delisting is going to happen. Hey, this is going to be delisted soon. Okay, we can get out of that position. Even if it is, at half of what I spent on it, it's still something compared to what you would have if you decided to do this in the stock market. This is why the Kraken portfolio is working. I'm up 80% on my Kraken portfolio. This is why the Kraken portfolio is working. It's a position. There are a bunch of positions that are lower market cap that are on the Kraken exchange. If it wasn't on the Kraken exchange and I was just investing into things like willy-nilly, right? Investing into things that are on PancakeSwap or Uniswap and not anything else, well, now I have the chance of that coming back at a massive rate. Now, I've never explored this. I would love to go and try and throw maybe $2 or $5 on maybe 20 different plays that are solely on Uniswap and PancakeSwap and things of that nature to see how far they go. But I haven't found a strategy to where I can see the profits. I'm not just going to invest onto things and it doesn't end up turning into something positive. Also, VeChain or VTHO. I would probably say VeChain. I don't know what the other one is. VeChain probably has more consistency than what you have seen. But yeah, that's where I would go with that. Because VeChain being worth what it is at a $1.5 billion market cap, you still have a lot of upside. Obviously, you're not going to see the levels of gains that people really, really want to see in the crypto market. But either way, you're still going to see major movement, especially with majority of the supply that is out there. You don't have to worry about that at all. It's currently sitting at 2 cents. You look at history, and this is showing that it was at 25 cents. I would imagine it had... No, it didn't. It was at a $15 billion market cap. So it shows so much upside, basically a 10x return. That's right here. If I look at what is VTHO? VTOR? VTOR. Currently sitting at a $100 million market cap, or almost a $100 million market cap, and with $1 million worth of volume. If you look at the places available on, I mean, it's available on a decent amount of exchanges, right? So all of them basically. Binance, Coinbase, Gate.io, Crypto.com, and so on and so forth. 30 different exchanges there. If you look at the supply, so it doesn't show if it has a maximum supply, but all the supply is in circulation, which you're looking at 69 billion. And it's currently sitting at 13% of a penny. So again, it could have a lot of possibility for growth as well. That could be one of those 100x bangers that you're really looking for, because to get up to 10 cents, you would be looking at, less than the $69 billion market cap. You would be looking at 10% of that, which would be $6.9 billion. Do you think that it can find a way to get to that point? That would literally be a 100x, and it was at 2 cents at one point. So you just need to see where they're going. It looks like they might have like heavily diluted there, or it just dropped in price very, very quickly. This looks like something that could be a decent play, right? It's down 96% from where the high was, which was 4 cents. But you can see a lot of progress. As long as they're not looking to add more supply, this could be something that could be one of those 100x bangers that we're looking for, But it's not a given, right? It's still something you're taking on that risk, because you don't know, especially as it's been around since 2018, you don't know exactly where it will go there. So I guess the drop that you saw coming with this came in November. But was it going to continue to run? Because before that, you saw this run up in 2021 in April, but then it dropped down. But this was when Terra Luna Classic happened and everything started to drop down as well. And then this is when things started to pick up, and then it started to really fall down with more negativity in the market. So honestly, it doesn't look bad. You can explore it more and see if that is, an option. But if you're looking for something that has, you're speculating on whether it's going to run to a certain level or give you that 100x. I mean, VeChain is probably more of the safe route, but hopefully I'm saying this right. VTHO is probably one that you take on that risk, and you could possibly see it really run, especially being available on Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, all of these places. It could be something that gives you that push, right? VTHO will come back with VeChain. It's the cycles it's been through too. It's easy. Understood. I own Beam. Was called Merit Cycles. Wait, I own Beam. Was called Merit Circle. You think it could go on a really good run? Beam. It was called Merit Cycle or Circle. Beam. This one or this one? Which one? The one that's ranked in the top 1,000, or this one that's probably maybe ranked a little bit higher? First one. So it's sitting at a $382 million market cap. So it definitely has the market cap. It has the strength there. Some people are bullish over to the right. You can see that you have $32 million. So it definitely has places to where you can buy it. It should have places where you can buy it. I mean, MEXC, it seems like Uniswap is, let's check the largest amount of volume. Seems like Uniswap has a lot of volume in this. Oh, Binance it does have a lot of volume as well, but not really any other major exchange, honestly. It's kind of surprising for $381 million worth of a market cap. But then again, you look at Kaspa, and it's like they don't have Binance, they don't have Coinbase, they don't have Kraken, and they're still up at like a $3 billion market cap. So it kind of makes sense. If you look at the circulating supply, you still do have a form of dilution, basically looking at maybe about 30%, 33% that you can add overall. Max supply doesn't really show anything, so I would imagine they just don't have a listing on the actual max supply, but it does have a max supply. If we look at the history and where this has been, we see this at a 48% of a penny, and now has risen in the last month to about 90% of a penny, up 84%. In the last year, again, it's up 84%. Okay, this was just recently launched on the 27th, and it has that many markets available. I mean, I don't know if I can live with, if it was recently called something else, did they migrate over? Is that what they did? Or, because this doesn't have a long history. There's basically no history. But it's available. Is it available on crypto.com? I see something over here talking about crypto.com. 30K over Beam on crypto.com. Still very early in this project. It looks like that would be the case. But again, I want to find things that are, lower market cap. Something that shows potential with even lower than that. But it does look like it may have some potential. Some things are kind of, with how early it is and where you haven't seen any like dives, you haven't seen anything that's launching. It looks like it was just moving with the market rather than, moving by itself. But I have no idea of what it actually does and why it's going to be, why people are very, very bullish on it for this next bull cycle. Nobody's talking about ape NFTs. All right, so we haven't had a single chat over on Rumble, but we got 17 people that are over here. If you haven't had a chance to kick that like button, feel free to do so. Get me up to 10 likes. I would love to get up to that point. It would be absolutely amazing. Also, we got 106 people on YouTube. If you want to, like away on there as well, I would appreciate it. 6 zeros after. You're talking about something else? What's up, Matt? Have you heard of, I hate this emoji being in the way, of a new AI coin called Corgi AI? I have heard of it because since I'm so like bullish on Kronos, obviously I've heard of Corgi AI. So currently Corgi is sitting at a $307 million market cap. And you see that, it has $1.3 million worth of volume. Let me get out of this. What's going on here? Why can't I move this? I just need to move this. That's all I need to move. I don't understand why it's not letting me move it. I wanted to check how many holders there are. Hopefully it does show me on the Kronos network. So yeah, there's 4,151 addresses that are holding it. I did want to look into the actual holders, see the percentages. So there's a wallet that's holding 19%, a wallet that's holding 16%, 9%, 9%, 6%, 6%, 5%, 5%, 5%, 4%. Like there's definitely a lot that's held in the top 10 wallets. That's something that may worry a lot of people, being valued at about $77 million or $65 million. That's kind of, I don't know, it kind of hurts, seeing that. Because the reason being is like, I don't know what they're looking to use it for. Like this is the only contract address, which is about 6.7%. So if you have $38 million or $38 million here, and it looks like these were like people that were put onto this and, looking to create or, I don't know, be a part of the team. Maybe they're team members. But you see a large amount that's held by the top wallets. And that's something that does worry about me, or I worry about a little bit. But either way, I mean, it has shown some growth. It is down 7% over the last day. It's up 59% over the last 7 days, 1,400%, or almost 1,500% in the last month. But still looking at it about 300% up in the last year. So this has been around for a while. Like it's not something that just popped up last month or anything. It's been around for a while and just started to really pick up steam as you have, places that you can buy it, which is crypto.com exchange, VVS Finance, places that are Kronos chain approved, right? Where's majority of the volume coming from? I would hope that majority of the volume comes from crypto.com. volume in the last 24 hours. So VVS Finance is where a majority of the volume is coming from. Then Crypto.com has like $21,000 worth of volume. You would expect to see majority of it come from there, but I guess that other platform, you have VVS Finance as a major platform there. Because if people are invested in VVS Finance, they're looking for the best plays to invest on that platform, right? But currently sitting at a $300 million market cap. Again, that's something that may have potential, but it's still not that play. What's up, Matt? Have you heard of, I read that. 27 cents. A VTHO all time is 4 cents. Can you read the chat better in Rumble? Can I read the chat better in Rumble? No, it's all small. Like the screen is super far away. Spell token or nah? Let me look at the spell. So currently spell token has 3 zeros, 49. We're seeing this at a $53 million market cap. You're looking at 54% of the supply out there, so you still have some dilution that's in there. About 200 billion total coins, and in circulation you have 107 billion coins there. If we look at the last 7 days, or the last 7 days here, it's down 9%. Last month up 14%. Last year down 23%. And obviously all time you're going to see this down 24%. While it did end up increasing to some of these levels, you saw it at about 3 cents. It's now down to 4% of a penny, right? So being at that 4.9% of a penny, it may show a lot of upside for some people. If we look at the market caps and where it was sitting at a $2 billion market cap. Now, I don't know why it was sitting at a $2 billion market cap. This was literally around the same time, or actually, no, this is around the time where it probably should have picked up steam. I was thinking that November 2022 was typically where a lot of things have dropped, but this dropped well beforehand. What happened in 2021 that made this drop so much? Like it increased, it literally skyrocketed up, and was at a $2 billion market cap and did nothing but fall. So that's not really a great sign. Obviously, everything else really shows you that it would have a major impact, right? You have the ability to grow to a $5 billion market cap from a $53 million market cap. So literally adding 2 zeros, being that 100x, at a level of 500 million, 5 billion, that level right there. So I believe it's available. Yeah, it's available on Binance, on Coinbase, on Kraken. So a lot of different places. And honestly, I'm not saying like, oh, it doesn't hurt to throw something in there, but imagine if you do see that 100x into spell token and where that can go, because I just don't know what is coming for it. Because either way, right, if we look at a $2 billion market cap, and right now it's looking at a $100 million market cap, even if you saw this up to a 2 billion at that level, you would still be looking at like a 20x return that's there. So honestly, that's not horrible, but you also want to take into account why it dropped so much without any type of spike during that whole entire time, right? So those are some questions that you might have for spell token. So it's there. It shows maybe a little bit of opportunity, especially being at 4% of a penny rather than being at 40% of a penny or an actual penny. Like you're looking at a very low market cap for this that's also available in so many different places. It may be something that while it's down, people count it out and it turns into something that's major. So honestly, I'm not saying like, oh, go and buy $100 worth of this or sorry, $1,000 worth of this, but you may see an opportunity if you look closer. But again, this is not something that I would have to actually look closer. And I think I'm going to look a little bit closer to that because it does show a little bit of an opportunity. But the only thing is that it's had no spikes. And if you have no spikes, then, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to see the potential in it if it has no type of spike to push it up? Come on. All right. Current market cap for, let me actually go back up. Sorry. Get out of this position. Current market cap for crypto market is 1.4 trillion. Where do you think it will be at the end of 2024? Where do I think the crypto market will be at the end of 2024? My thought process of the crypto market is that by the end of 2024, we're going to have some major things that happen. We're going to have the spot ETFs, right? Whether that includes XRP or not. We're going to have the spot ETF. So we're going to have the 12 ETFs for Bitcoin and however many there are for Ethereum. And potentially one for XRP and maybe some others. You'll also have the halving that happens. You have the final judgment for the XRP and SEC situation. There's so much or so many positive things that will happen, not can happen, but will happen during that time period. So honestly, I think that we're going to see it somewhere north of a $5 to $10 trillion of a market cap. I think it can go a lot further, but I don't want to push it too much, right? There's a lot of people that are like, oh, it's only going to 2x or 3x over the top, the market cap that it was at, which was like a $3 billion market cap. So 2x would be a $6 billion market cap, trillion dollar market cap. And 3x would be a $9 trillion market cap. So somewhere in between that $5 to $10 trillion market cap. Now, I feel as though we can see it go a lot further, and that I want to say that it will go a lot further because I think XRP is going to be insanely valuable. And I think it could be something that honestly flips Bitcoin. Not because Bitcoin doesn't have the value. It's because I feel like XRP has too much. But then again, it all depends on how XRP gets implemented within our monetary systems, Could you please give an analysis on what is it? FitFi? FitFi. Is that something like a Fit app or something? Like some sort of step cryptocurrency? Oh, I spelled it wrong. FitFi. I got it. I got it right. So currently at 72% of a penny, 72% of a penny, it is at a $16.6 million market cap. You're seeing $29 million worth of volume. This is kind of right up my alley. If it gets to a point where there's less supply, so it looks like the supply could be diluted, but you are only looking at $4.6 billion or $4.6 billion at a dollar point, which honestly isn't ridiculous, but that's only if it's offered on certain platforms and only if it does have the strength to get up there. So again, you're seeing a 49% of the supply that's out there, leaving 51% of the supply that could be introduced. I don't know how that supply gets introduced and if it has been diluted over time, but we'll have to check it. $29 million worth of volume. Again, right up my alley for a $16 million market cap play. That is absolutely massive. Now, it is available on KuCoin. It's available on any other interesting ones. BitBuy, Gate.io, OKX. Let's see, MEXC. Crypto.com exchange, LA token. So yeah, I mean, it's available on a few, 27 different pairings that it does have, which is honestly not bad. And to see that much money go through a position that has a $16 million market cap is massive. So it looks like HTX has majority of the volume at about $10.1 million. Then you see Gate.io here in OKX, that's about $6 million. So it honestly does look pretty interesting. I would have loved to have seen this on like Coinbase or something, or Kraken, and then it would be like, yeah. But maybe this might be a play that you find life in down the road. Let's check the history, right? So 51% increase over the last 7 days. So from a level of 48% of a penny all the way up to 73% of a penny. Then you see it at a level of, or 93% increase over the last month. Over the last year, we've seen this drop from a level of 3 cents all the way down to where it is. Now, if we look at the market cap, it looks like the market cap, let's see, hasn't really had too much of a factor there. So you see it at a $39 million market cap, has dropped down to a $5 million market cap, and now again is sitting at about a $16 million market cap. So you're not seeing any dilution. If there is, it's not much. You lost the sound. Well, that might be on your end. But yeah, let's look at all history. So this has been up to 72 cents at one point. I would imagine that it had like less supply that's out there and they're continuously adding. If they don't find a way, if they are not adding to the supply a heavy amount, then this may be an interesting play, because it could be something that does, I don't know all the details of it, and we'll have to get into something that, we'll have to get into the details of it. But again, it does show some potential there. And that's what we're looking for, right? FitFi is a great swing trade. It looks like something that could be a long-term benefit if it's going to have majority. Like if they're going to continue to dilute, even if they do dilute, you're still seeing a $4.6 billion market cap at the overall dollar point. But what's the likelihood that it gets there? It could possibly make that move. You know what I mean? Like something that's well established, something that, I feel like could be on some of these top tier exchanges, because you want to find ones that are not there yet, that struggle a little bit, but have shown promise in the past. So that's kind of what I want to do. Remember to hit that like button. Yeah, definitely hit the like button. We're at 71 likes and we have 123 concurrent viewers. 1, 2, 3. Do you know if both Jasmy and CRO have burn wallets? I'm launching an NFT project and want to burn either one of these. So CRO does have a burn wallet. You can go into CRO, and Jasmy, I don't believe does. Jasmy does have a max supply, so technically with it being or going to be a layer 2, it's burnable, right? So that's definitely a big deal on the Jasmy side, because I feel like while CRO is at a $3 billion market cap, 2.5 or something like that, it's more difficult to burn on that side. And if the NFTs are not created on the CRO platform, I don't think that should be something that really applies in any way. So Jasmy might be the right way to go, where you burn off a lot more because it's cheaper to go through that, right? Because if you're doing things on the Ethereum side, it may cost you a certain amount of dollars that transitions or translates to Jasmy, which is valued at a lot lesser, and you can burn off that if you wanted to, because again, it will be a layer 2 project. But yeah, the Step app looks interesting. So we're currently seeing the market at a $1.43 trillion market cap. Hopefully that's not all coming from Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance is decreasing. That's a good thing to see. You're seeing this at a 51.24% dominance rate. Sorry. And let's see, you're seeing things like Beam that's up 9%, Solana that's up 0.8%. These are things that are trending. Celestia that's down 5%. But Bitcoin overall is up by 2.39%. Ethereum is up by 4%, 4.29%. And you see BNB that's up 2%, XRP that's moving, that's up 2.4%, almost up to the 63-cent mark. Solana up to $60 again. Cardano, I did see was at 40 cents at one point, but now is at about 39.6. Dogecoin above the 8-cent mark. Tron is at up 2%. Chainlink is up 8%, back up to $15 there. Polygon, again, that's up. Let's look at the biggest movers in the top 100. So we have SNX, that's up 23%. It's at $3.70. I don't know how much this has moved, but over the last 7 days, it looks like it's up 30%. But overall, it's up about, in the last month, it's up 87% from a level of $2 to $3.70, which is great to see. We go back here, and we're going to see Near Protocol, Feds.ai, that's up quite a bit. It's up 18%. I know that was making a move more recently. We see Gala, that's up 11 or 12% right now. Little Dow, that's up 11% as well. AR, that's up 10%. The Graph, 9%. HBAR, about 10%. Mina is up about 9%. Algorand is making a move. That's good to see. ApeCoin up to $1.44. That has so much growth or so much not only potential, but so much of a journey to get back to where it was, right? Because it was at like $30, right, per coin. I mean, you do have a lot that's not in circulating supply, so you have the ability to dilute. So that's something you have to factor into it. Render, that's up 6% today, up to $3.68. That's fantastic. I'm glad I bought some of that. I think I might have bought like 2 of it, but that was over in the Kraken portfolio. Pepe is up 6%. Aptos is making a move as well. That's good to see. Cardano, again, 5-6%. So there's a lot of things that are green today, and it looks great to be able to see all of this green in the market. That's a great point. I prefer to burn Jasmine, just wasn't sure exactly how. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a burn wallet, but I think one can be like created, but I just don't know. Maybe we can talk to them about doing that. You can ask them, hey, can we create a burn wallet? Can you create a burn address, a official burn address coming from Jasmine? Maybe I'll ask them. Where's my... Let me see if there's any chats over. Still no chats on Rumble. We got 22 people that are watching. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And we got 6 likes. So make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out. But yeah, not a single chat on Rumble is crazy. Good morning. I don't know how to say that. Cortorius. Good morning. First time chatter. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate it. That's over on Twitch. And then over on Kick. We got 1 person that's watching. I appreciate you. And we got 2 viewers over on X. So wait, what was I going to do? Oh, I think I was going to ask Jasmine. Jasmine. Nope. Jasmine GMT. Why are they not following me? I'm following them. Why are they not following me? Whoops. Give me a second. You already have one. Okay, so I sent him a message. I was gonna put something like live on Twitter, but just like that's fine. I'll just send him a message directly. Wow. All right, let me get out of here. All right, so how many people do we have here? 133 people. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Rumble won't let me chat, even though everything had been verified a week ago. That doesn't make sense at all. They won't let you chat at all. Are you following? I don't think it's followers only or anything. Oh, there we go. We got some chats on Rumble. Good morning. I don't want you feeling lonely here. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see if there was ability to chat because I've never seen it completely empty. With 23 people here, I've never seen it completely empty in the chat. Hey, what's up, Matt? Well, thank you for chatting. Good morning, Matt. Coreum is my new play. What is it and where is it? Where'd you buy it? So this position is currently sitting at a $45 million market cap with $471,000 worth of volume. Not horrible. Obviously not the most amount of volume that you want to see, especially for something that's a $45 million market cap. So that's something that you probably have to factor into. But you do have a 500 million circulating supply, and that's kind of self-reported. So we don't know if that's truly accurate and how much is offered there. But for the time being, that's what we're seeing. A 500 million circulating supply with a 500 million max supply, right? So fully diluted, it would be where the $45.16 million market cap actually is. Now, the reason why I'm thinking that that may not be the case is because of the low volume. Then again, it could be something that just kind of fell off when it comes to the volume. Now let's look at the last 7 days. It is down 4%. The last month, it's up 16%. The last year, it's down 59%. And all history from this period in time, which is 2022, you see this down 87% there. It's at 9 cents right now, and could show the ability to grow a lot further with only 500 million in supply. Now, again, this is sitting at about a $45 million market cap. So at the current level, if you were to see it at a 500 million supply, it would be a 10x or close to a 10x. Let's look at where it's available on. So it is available on 7 different places. Osmosis, you have Bitmart, MEXC, Gate.io. It looks like something that may need a little bit more volume. Coreum need to be in Coinbase, Binance, and in Crypto.com. Probably. So it's not something that's brand new, but it's not something that's super old. Like it's back from 2022. So really, you see nothing but the negativity that can happen within this position because of it was literally a negative time in the market. You bought it on Bitmart. Yeah, I would probably, for me, I don't have any place I could buy it on Bitmart. I don't want to buy anything on Bitmart. I've had bad experiences with Bitmart. It just hasn't worked out well for me. But I would love if I did have the ability to buy on Gate.io, that would be great, but I don't. So it definitely looks interesting. It looks like it could have a little bit of potential, but again, there's a couple of things that are kind of not sitting well with me, especially the volume side of things for it being a $45 million market cap. You would love to see it at a lot higher of a level there if you're just looking for kind of that banger that's going to move. Now, not saying it's not going to, it's just something that doesn't really speak to me and say, hey, this is the next big thing. You know, that's not something that speaks to me and says that. Doesn't mean that it's not. It means that it doesn't speak to me. And just it doesn't have to speak to me in order to be the next big mover, you know? Coreum is something I have my eye on, and I put a little bit of money in. Yo, tell me some 100x gems. We're going through some stuff. Please keep us updated on the JasmineCoin official response on the burn wallet. Thanks, Matt. Let's burn this supply down. Yeah, would love to do that. Miria is good, but tokenomics are bad. Having said that, I can see a 100x still. What is Miria? Am I saying that right? Is this the position? Currently sitting at a $33 million market cap. Ben Ward. Can you discuss how to burn CRO? I mean, you can just send it to the burn wallet. So you take your certain amount, you have the burn address, and you send it directly to the burn wallet. That would be burning CRO. I'm with you, Perry, but don't forget about ADA. Don't sleep on ADA. I'm definitely not sleeping on ADA at all. I have a 10,000 ADA. Hey, Matt, I think Ethereum is going to be really big this bull run. What is your prediction on ETH? Absolutely. So ETH is, for me, as you look at the strength of ETH, as you look at how many things are created on the ETH network, on the ETH chain, and the back and forth of how much money actually flows through on the DEX side versus the CEX side, you're seeing a lot that's flowing through on that side because, I mean, when it flows through the ETH network, right, you have a certain amount of fees that you are paying and you're using ETH in order to do that. You have NFTs, you have the possibility of maybe transitioning that into more property, more real estate. There's just so much or so many places that you can go with Ethereum. Yeah, absolutely. I think ETH is going to be huge. But am I pushing for something to maybe push over ETH? Yeah. If XRP can do what we all think it can do, it should be over ETH and should flip Bitcoin, honestly. But Bitcoin and Ethereum would still be highly valuable at probably multiple trillions of dollars. So, yeah. The thing I don't want to see is just a couple of things that are controlling the market, right? And right now we have Bitcoin that really has 20% dominance. And then we have, or sorry, not 20%, 50% dominance. And you have Ethereum that has about 20% dominance. It's like 16. And then you have other things that are coming up that's like 6% or 5% or whatever. And those things will be probably a higher percentage as well. I mean, if it came to where XRP is or will be where we think it's going to be, then it could be that one thing that really controls the market. And would I like to see that? No. But would I like to see it? Yes. Right? If you get what I'm saying. AGX looking like a decent play. Isn't AGX a top 100 coin? Or is it top? No, it's top 200. So someone did bring this up yesterday in the live stream. Currently sitting at 106 by market cap, the number by market cap, but you're also seeing $400 million. So it's sitting on, again, that second page with $154 million worth of volume. Yeah, I mean, this definitely shows a lot of potential for growth. But like I said, what we're trying to do, this shows you what you could see in a lot of things that are in the top 100, which is like, a 10x, 20x, something like that. But when you're looking for a play like a new Kaspa, right, where it goes from 3 zeros to having no zeros, that's where it's like, okay, we're looking for that play. Where is that play? Give me that one, right? And the issue that you deal with that is that like something like Kaspa is a kind of a unique situation because it has no like real like huge exchanges, the largest exchanges, but it has a lot of hype behind it, right? So it has no Binance, it has no Coinbase, it has no Kraken, it has no crypto.com. It doesn't have any of those, but it has the availability to be bought on some places, you know, via pretty much every country, and unless they don't offer crypto. And that's why Kaspa is what Kaspa is. So we're looking for that play, right? So let's try and go through things like that. Let's go and look at some things that are outside of the top 100. Screw the things that are outside that are inside the top 100, inside the top 200. Yes, we have Jasmine, we have all these other plays that we're sitting on. But what are these plays that we could possibly invest $100 or $200 and potentially turn it into $76,000 or turn it into $100,000? You're probably like, what are you talking about? There's no play that you can do that. Well, there's what just happened with Kaspa could be something that we can find in the future, and it may happen down the line. It may happen a long term, but you know, we're still able to play it. Binance teased Kaspa spot listing in the past 30 or 13 hours. I believe they did a what's it called? What is that called? I for some reason can't remember for the life of me. It was like a Binance listing, but I can't remember what it was. Oh my goodness. I literally made a video about it. But either way, you're looking at none of the larger exchanges futures listing. There you go. So yeah, you literally have like none of the largest exchanges that are there. And eventually, yes, you will see it. And what will happen to Kaspa is going to be absolutely massive at that point. And then it just literally won't stop. So I'm hoping that we do see it come back. But the problem is that the crypto market is kind of increasing right now. So I hope that we see, I still have $200. So either way, it's going to be worth something. I think at least it's going to be worth about $2,000 or so. But you know, that's for a lot of other people, that could be worth so much more because they invested so much in at a lower point. Or they invested like $1,000 here and then they see a zero that's added, which is $20,000. Or they invested $10,000 and they add a zero, it's $100,000. You know what I mean? Like that's basically where it stands. So I would like to maybe get to a point where I invest about $1,000 into it if I can see it at a level of 10 cents or so. But who's to say that that's going to happen, especially with the crypto market and where it is? My 200 turned into $630. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So let me go over to Rumble and see who's over here. So we got 18 people over on Rumble. Thank you guys again for watching. And we have one person over on Twitch. We have one person over on Kick and 3 people that are watching on X. Thank you guys for watching. I can't seem to bring up the chat, so I don't know what's happening there. It's not allowing me to bring up the chat. So I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Because there should be a chat on X, but for some reason it's not letting me do it. Tells me to share more. No. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching though on X. If you guys can hit that little heart button, feel free to do so. The like button. And comment if you want to comment. Kaspa is due to do a correction and maybe down to 9 cents. That's what I'm hoping for. ETH will be 10 to 12K, which will be around a $1 trillion market cap. All right, so let's look at the coins outside of the top 100. Right, there's a lot of plays that are out here, and I feel like a lot of people like to focus on the top 100. They like to always go into here and be like, "What's next for VeChain? What's next for Mantle, which I honestly only looked into one time, but let's like they're looking at all these other positions that are here or positions that they do hold that's there. But there's a lot of plays that could be like a Krill coin, right? Krill being at 26 cents and showing where the potential could be for that, and currently at a $9 million market cap. It shows me that it has a lot of room to grow. And it's also on a Coinbase. So when you see volume that flows through, people are going to be looking for those lower market cap plays that are on this platform. They're going to invest into it, and they're going to be looking for things that have a concept, which Krill has that concept of having, different investment bots and stuff like that. So I think you could find plays like that. You could find plays like FarmCoin. And even though I am down on some of those plays there, come on, go back to my assets. Even though I am down on some of those plays like KrillCoin and FarmCoin, it still shows so much of an upside. The fact that it's at a $24 million market cap, and where can it go? It can go to a multiple $100 million market cap, as well as even approaching the billions of dollars worth of a market cap, especially with the popularity that it does have, and the places that it's available to trade on. That's what I'm looking for. So what are those plays? Where can we find those plays? Well, we have to go outside of the top 100, well outside the top 100, going to like 6 or 7 on the list. Because at this point, we're looking at plays that are in like $30.6 million market cap. But something that has that and is sitting at a lower price with all their supply released and looking at a decent amount of volume, right? Decent amount of volume means that they probably have a good exchange or two that they're listed on. Remember, guys, something that is only 30 million don't need money to flow into it to grow. Also, it's easier to fall. That's true. It's very risky to get into some of these plays, and that's why when you're taking on these risks, it should never be something where you're putting everything into. If you figure that certain positions started at a certain level, yeah, it's a risk that you're playing because people believe in those plays, but they believe in everything. People will say, "Hey, here's Desk Coin over here." And you could buy Desk Coin for only $1 million market cap and has a potential chance to go to $1 billion. It's like, that's something where you're like, all right, it doesn't really have any type of use to me that's making it seem like it could push up, or any type of new feature that makes me think that this is going to be huge, right? Maybe you can look for things that are coins, things that are not tokens. Because things that are coins, things that are created or with their own blockchain have more of a potential chance to run to a whole level, kind of like you're seeing with Kaspa, right? Or kind of like you're seeing with Solana, all of those. So if you can find something that comes out of, not coming out of nowhere, but not really like a coin created on, or a token created on a Ethereum network or Binance Smart Chain, we're talking about coins, their own blockchain, something that's big. And I don't know how you can separate that on CoinMarketCap, but something that shows me that it has the ability to be launched on some of these places and actually have a massive following, or at least a decent sized following as of right now. Do you hold any bonk? I don't. I know I have the ability to buy it now that I have Uphold, but I don't hold any bonk. Matt said XRP was going to 11K. That was just funny. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the video. Yeah, it kind of explained exactly where. Wait, you were legit talking about Swift coin right now? And it's on KuCoin. I can't buy anything on KuCoin, but I'll have to check it out. But let me talk about the 10K price. I want to say price prediction, but I don't want to say that. I'm talking about the ability, that the fact that it can happen to get to these levels. The reason why, and I understand how people look at market cap. I look at market cap all the time and want to create a ceiling. That ceiling is going to be a $100 billion market cap, or in some things where it's super popular and can move a hell of a lot more and have a massive use case, it could be hundreds of billions of dollars. But XRP, I understand how people believe that XRP, and you look at that market cap, you're like, yeah, it's only going to go to like $5 or $10, maybe even $20, but it's never going to go to a level of $100. Saying never is the same thing. Those are the same things that people said about Bitcoin, about Ethereum, about the crypto market, about, just overall, crypto. They said the same things. And I'm not saying that I 100% am banking on this happening. And that's what people like to think. It's like, hey, you're banking on the fact that it's going to hit $10,000. No, I'm not banking on anything. What I'm talking about is the fact that it has these abilities to grow to some of these levels, but just understand the fact that it can happen. And people will say that it can't because of the market cap. But when you look at the overall idea of things and understand the amount of transactions that can go through, right? The amount of coins that you do have and the amount of coins that are going to be held, because people are going to hold them as a form of maybe a collectible, something that's an investment for the long term in what XRP is going to be. Let's say that percentage of holding that position is 20 or 30%. You now have 80%, or a total of 80 billion coins, or coins that are out there that you can trade back and forth. Well, just imagine if each one of those is at $1 and you needed to move, it's because it's happening within the world, you needed to move multiple billions of dollars at one time, and literally throughout different transactions. How much are you going to need to hold in order to do that, right? That's the value of $1 for you to be able to do that. Even if it was at a value of $20, it still would not be enough in order to trade that back and forth and, have that value be at multiple hundreds, maybe, tens of billions of dollars that are flowing through different transactions. And we're talking about massive transactions. We're talking about, bank transactions and, back and forth that's happening there between different banking systems across the world. It's about a level of scarcity, right? If you have 10 of this item that's here, like 10 of this phone, and I'm going to hold 20 or 30% of that, you now have 7 phones available to trade back and forth. While the value of this was $1,000, in order for me to, let's say if this was the currency, in order for me to, trade that back and forth at a certain level, right? If it needs to be $100 million worth of a transaction, I need to value this at that level to where it's going to equal what that $100 million would be, right? It's so much more than just like, oh, well, this is going to be worth this because of the market cap. The market cap, I wouldn't say doesn't mean anything, but it, in the long run, if you are looking at this happening and being heavily, used there, then you're going to see that the price of this thing has to be at a higher level. It has to be. Bitcoin don't have a supply of $100 million. Well, the point is that it's not going to be used as the world currency. It's not going to be used as something that's heavily transacted through banks, because you have multiple other options to do that at a faster rate, more efficient rate, more energy efficient, everything that really Bitcoin isn't. That's why Bitcoin is not going to be that and isn't that. It's mainly traded as a commodity. It's mainly traded as, kind of like compared to, I would say compared to gold, but not really. But, it's more or less not traded for the use in the end. It's traded for what the value is. It's traded because of that scarcity based on the value, not based on how you're going to use it. So that's why I'm saying that I look at XRP, and yes, while I'm looking at my major transactions to happen somewhere around the $5 to $10 to $20 mark, I still am going to have some for the long term to see what it will be worth, right? Because you never know how XRP will be implemented, because again, even though you have that possibility of that happening, it's still not 100% that you're going to be able to use XRP as that global digital currency. So, best case scenario would be that, right? However, I'm still looking for the short-term gains within the position. I'm not holding a ridiculous amount. I'm holding a smaller amount. It's like 1,600 that I'm holding. So we will see as things do get to a higher level. I mean, there's never really anything held that's accountable, because what I'm saying is something completely different. And I hate when people go, all right, this is the best case scenario and it's never going to get above this point. Saying that it will never get above this point is saying that it will 100%, it has no chance of going above $5 or $10. No chance at all. I'm not saying that it doesn't have, that it's going to physically get to $10,000. I'm saying that it can happen. There is a chance. There's always a chance for something like that happening. But people that come out here and go, hey, it's never going to make a move above that point, they're giving out absolutes. You know, I was told to refrain from basically applying absolutes to any situation, because absolutes are not a thing. You can say that record will never be broken. Well, guess what? It's going to be broken, right? You can say, that this price will never go any higher. Well, guess what? It did. You can say that Bitcoin will never reach over $10. Well, guess what? It's $37,000. So that's the thing, is that these statements that are made by everybody else saying it will never go anywhere or never be worth more than $10, when it does, they're never held accountable. And they go, oh, well, you know what? I was wrong. It's like you just costed a lot of people a chance out of holding for the long term and what it could be. And that's the way that you don't invest. That's called, being, scared, being afraid of change. All right. All right, Ben Ward. I mean, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. And people are allowed to have their opinion. But know that you're going to know that you were wrong when that does happen or can actually happen. But I'm not really going to care at that point. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, where's Ben Ward at? No, I'm not going to care at that point. I'm going to be like, all right, well, it's great to see that, it got to $11. It's great to see that it got to $20. And, I'm going to be happy with that. If it gets to a level of $100, I obviously will be happy with that. Imagine buying XRP at 10% of a penny and seeing it run to almost $4. Who saw that coming? I mean, probably nobody. That's the thing, is when we were in those situations, there's always going to be those same people that go, this will never get to a certain level. This will never grow. It's just going to drop like a rock. It's going to be the worst thing in the world. All right, that's fine. You can have your opinion. And if people are wrong, people are wrong. But the point is that you can't be mad at somebody for believing that something can happen. Not believing that something will happen, believing that something can happen, right? So, but then you can be mad at people for telling you, hey, it's not going to happen, because now, let's say you are a public face. Let's say you are somebody that has, 1 million subscribers or a following, and you're like, Bitcoin, you go back in the day and you're like, Bitcoin will never see $100. It's just not going to happen. And then now it's at a level of 37, and you go back to that person and you're like, look, I didn't buy the position because I felt as though, it was worthless. But in reality, I really wanted to do it myself, but you talked me out of it because you didn't believe that it would move at all. You didn't think that there was a even single chance that this would make a move up to a certain level, and or over that level. So you're taking things away. Matt has 88,000 CRO, and I know he's loving it. I have 89,000 CRO actually. But yes. Balance your portfolio. Balance your portfolio with blue chip and risk. Secure some of the top 100s with potential, and then throw a little into those projects way outside. Great idea for growth. Yeah, I think that's true. You and Kaspa, Matt? Yes, I have 1,600 Kaspa. I think it's at a value of like $200 or something like that. Or 250, 230 or something. Actually, let me check. We got 172 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Rumble, we're closing in on 400 followers on Rumble. Let me actually refresh. Yeah, we're closing in on 400 followers on Rumble. So if you guys want to go and follow me on that platform, feel free to do so. I will add the link to the chat. That's not how you spell follow. That is how you spell follow. There we go. It was just blocked. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on Rumble if you guys want to. I would appreciate it. But yeah, let me check how much Kaspa I have really quick. Go to Uphold. $221.59 at the moment. Today it's down about $7. We see Kaspa's at 13.7, 13 cents or 13.7 cents, and I have 1,612 Kaspa at the moment. So it's not a crazy amount, but what exchange has Kaspa? Uphold has Kaspa. If you want to use my link, we can both get a free $25, I think it is, $25 in Bitcoin, or it might be 20. But my link is down in the description if you want to use Uphold. I can also paste it in the chat if you want me to, but it should be in the description. Actually, let me check. It's not in the description. Huh. Give me a second. I don't know why it's not in the description. I copied it and pasted it there. But yeah, if you want to sign up for Uphold, here's the link to Uphold. I just pasted it pasted it in the chat. Where can we get into the early access group? So you can get into the early access group by hitting the join button. It should be right next to the subscribe button. And all you have to do is click which level you want to join. So that's the early access group you'll be able to have, which is the 3rd level up. And the early access group is basically where I post about 3, maybe 4 videos in a day sometimes. And I'll upload all of those somewhere around the same time. So once I decide to upload those, you will get a visual on those. You'll get a members only option at that moment until it goes live. Then it'll be obviously public. But you'll get the early access to every video that I post, especially during the weekends, to where I record them early in the morning, talk about things and things that are happening, different plays, maybe before the market even gets started. And then throughout the day, those videos will be posted. So once I do post those, you'll get the access to those if you want to become an early access member. And you'll also get, any of the other benefits that come with, being a member below that, which once we get to a lot more viewers, when the market is really thriving, we'll do members only and moderators only like type of chats. So if you want to become members, you can always do that. And if you want to obviously have that early access tier, feel free to do it. Richie had a great video explaining how you had 1,000 and about 4 coins with that, and you bought 4 coins with that and made 5% every day while putting 5 back in, you would make a nice amount. Yeah, I don't disagree. But that's only if you can make about 5% every day. That's going to be difficult. I mean, you could day trade. I know a lot of people that day trade cryptocurrency. I still haven't found the right method to do so. It's not the same as day trading stocks. It's just not, especially since it never stops moving in the popular times during the market. There's no like official open, right? For the stock market, it's a lot easier for me because I feel like you can tell which way a thing something is going based on how it starts to open, right? Because it opens, it's going to see a little bit of a retracement, or it's going to see a jump, a little bounce off of a certain level. It's easier for the stock market for you to make a decent amount of money in certain plays. However, the crypto market, there's no hard open, right? We're not opening at 9:30 every single day and seeing a massive amount of volume that flows into the market. We'll never see that because it's 24/7. Benmore, you don't actually know how crypto works, bro. Crypto runs in a cycle. Just FMO in, and you'll lose everything unless you buy for short term. Jasmine kind of looks like a decent gamble. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of Jasmine. Do you believe in a dollar cost average in crypto, guys? Do I believe in dollar cost average in crypto? Do I believe in dollar cost averaging? Yeah, I mean, as long as you're doing it lower. I know a lot of people will say, hey, dollar cost average into crypto on the way up. No matter what, just continue to dollar cost average, which honestly isn't the worst idea and something that's consistent, but crypto is not as consistent as dollar cost averaging into an ETF or dollar cost averaging, even into some tech plays, right? It's not the same. So you can't really dollar cost average on the way up. You have to find where the low points are, and that's where you dollar cost average. And if you are consistently at a lower, cost basis, then, if your cost basis is a lot higher than where the current price is, then continue to dollar cost average and you could do it as much as you want. But if it's over it, then that's something where you may not want to do that consistently because you may lose out on a lot by doing that. Unless, we are in the beginning stages of a bull market, then you have a lot of upside for the future. Okay, that's a great perspective. I figured he found a way to trade because that's what he was saying, cost average and such. As for me, I figured it be possible with the number of coins do every day. So yeah, I mean, he probably found a strategy. I know that Richie's Plain Talk, we've always talked about him day trading and, him making some money in certain areas. So he's definitely found a little bit of a strategy on the day trading side, which is good. I have yet to really explore it, nor have I found a way. So, yeah, I'm sure he has like some sort of method to gain a certain percentage every day. All right, so we got 167 people here, guys. Remember, continue to hit that like button. Uphold available in New York now. Is Uphold available? Are you asking, or are you saying that it is available in New York? Something is frozen. Hopefully not. Is my face still frozen? No, my face is good. I'm definitely like tired. I don't get enough sleep. All right, so what we were gonna do is we're gonna go into the markets here. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of this, and we're gonna go into look at the markets a little bit. I think the reason why I really want to try and find some of these 100x gems, or how I'm gonna be able to do that, is again going into the top maybe something that's outside of the top 500 coins, maybe something that's outside of the top 600 coins that has a little bit of popularity. So we may be looking for things like, what's Keek VR, sitting about $2 million worth of volume, not a crazy amount of volume. This has a crazy amount of volume, but also has a very low amount of the supply. The percentage of the supply that's available is only 4%, which is not good because that means that you have a massive amount of dilution coming for that. But this looks like there's only $2 million worth of volume, but still that could possibly work. I mean, you're looking at a 4% increase on the day, $39 million market cap, $2.7 million worth of volume, meaning that you may have a couple of good exchanges there, a couple of them. You have KuCoin, you have Gate.io, you have HTX, MEXC, and 29 other places that it is available on here. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I have that I could buy if that's the case. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like everything outside of that. But you're still seeing a little bit of popularity there, at least with $2 million worth of volume, and currently sitting at a $39 million market cap. I would like to see it on some popular exchanges before I make a move into that, or if I would make a move into it. Let's go back here. Let's continue to look at other plays. Any other ones that are mainly... So we have YFI 2. YFI 2 that has 38.5. It's sitting at about a $972 dollar price, and you're looking at a $6 million market cap. Now, YFI 2 is probably not available on every single platform, but we'll see. Again, $6 million worth of volume, $972 at the current moment. If we look at the last 7 days, it is down 9%. The last month, 94%. The last year is 73% down. It was at $2,000, $2,400. And you've seen this all the way up to a high here of 5,000 or a high here of about 7,600. And that was back in 2020. But in 2021, you saw this high as well. So where is it available on? So it's available on how many different platforms? 42 different platforms. Gate.io, PancakeSwap, HTX, OKX. You can see MEXC. You can see anything else interesting to me? Not really. Any other ones? No. So yeah, nothing that like I could really purchase on besides PancakeSwap. Like I can make a move there. That's on the Ethereum side. Don't know why it wouldn't be Uniswap, but because it's an Ethereum coin, unless it's a Binance, originally a Binance coin, but also has migrated over. So you do have a BNB smart contract. That's why you can buy over on the Binance side or the BSC side. And I don't know if it started that way. It seems like it might have. But this will be something that you probably have to explore a little bit more into to see why there is even a YFI 2 or YFII. That's definitely something you want to explore more, though, because if something could go from you having, let's say, $971 that you invest to a level of 5,000 or 10,000 or maybe even further than that, that would be huge because there's only 39,000 coins that are available, sitting again at a $37 million market cap. If this does get offered or launched on other exchanges, it's not like it's a rug pull with all the exchanges that it's on and some big exchanges that it's on. It's just it's not on some of the most popular exchanges, right? But there's no place that I could possibly do something with it. Let's see if Harper and Hayden are awake, because I have them home for like Thanksgiving break. Well, Harper is. Hayden's always home with me. So it looks like they're still sleeping. I'll keep an eye on them now. All right, so we've been streaming for about an hour and 30 minutes, almost 2 hours, let's say. At some point, we're going to go to members only. Or sorry, not members only. We're going to go to Rumble only. So we're going to jump over to Rumble. So if you want to join me over there, feel free to join me over there. I just don't know exactly when. It might be like 7:30 that we do that. Because typically I would go until 9, but I can't go until 9 today because Harper and Hayden are home. We're going to have to figure out something like that because when it gets to summertime, you know, both of them are going to be home with me. So we got to figure that out. And if we're talking about popular times in the market, like bullish times in the market, you know, we need to see that. And that's exactly when it's going to happen. When we're going to see majority of that major movement. We'll probably see it beforehand, like in the beginning of the year, but we'll see it start to top out because it'll aggressively start to run, but it won't be all in one day. Like, anyways, that's another play that's there. Let's go ahead and look back and see if we can find any other ones that show any opportunities. About $6 million in volume, 33. We have Starlink that's there. $33 million, looking at a $6 million market cap or $6 million volume. And you're seeing, is that majority of the supply that's out there? 99% of the supply that is out there. But you're also looking at a very, very low price. I want to find something that's a low price, but can find the ability to grow up to a level of multiple dollars. I saw Pepe before it exploded. Trying to look for coins that have potential. I would click the percentage and I would look at the coins. Look the coins up with the most percentage within the last 24 hours and just go down from there. So I'm typically, well, yeah, what you could probably do is look at the things that are probably seeing the most volume. Not the most percentage, but I want to see a decent amount of volume. Like, I don't want to see the lowest volume within that time period, but I also want to see majority of the supply that is out there. You know, so while I look at $100 million worth of volume here, I don't know how much of that is actually out there. So it might have an unlimited supply. Typically, when you see nothing, it either has an unlimited supply or they don't have a listing there. But you see $184 million in volume versus the $33 million market cap. Now, while you've seen this, you haven't seen this grow a hell of a lot over this time period. And this looks like it's some sort of stable coin. Is this a stable coin? A stable coin at 2 cents? Yeah, this looks like this is a stable coin at a level of 2 cents. So it's pinned to the value of 2 cents. You also see this position, which majority of the supply is not out there, so I don't want to go with. Frontier might be something, right? $11 million worth of volume with 90% of the supply that's out there, $28 million market cap. This could be something that I spend a couple of hours a day looking for that gem. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for, I mean, it's always great to stumble upon that, but I'm not necessarily looking for like the next Pepe or the next Shiba Inu in any way. What I'm looking for is the next like XRP or Kaspa or which is difficult to find because you have to find something that has not only the volume and the popularity, but it has to have like something like some sort of bullish use case behind it. And honestly, I think we're looking for a coin. We're not looking for a token. So anything that's created on a separate network is not really something that I want to really explore, but maybe an option that I buy on a certain platform. So like Binance here, KuCoin that you can buy this on, 67 other platforms, Gate.io. Let's see, anything else? Coin One. Anything that I can purchase on. Bitmart would be the only thing. It doesn't look like any other option. Yeah, it looks like there's no other options here. Yeah. So the only place here for this position would be Bitmart. Now, if you look at how this has moved again the last 7 days, up 2%, and or sorry, the last day up 2%, last 7 days down 3.5%. Last month, it is up 11 or 12%. In the last year, it's up 68%. From a level of 14 cents up to this level of 13 cents. It actually grew up to about 60 cents, which again, that's a huge gain, within like this last few months there. Now, all history, this has shown a level of $3.70. Again, you're looking at a total of 100 million coins. With all of the supply or all of the coins that are actually out there, you can see that they did dilute majority of it. So you see it at a level to where it's probably around the same or close to the same market cap, which was $100 million market cap. But they did introduce majority of those coins there. So I'm going to look at this point to this point. If these points are the same, then that means there was no dilution here as well. So from here, where it was a 48 or $50 million market cap, to here, where it was a $50 million market cap. So we'll look at the price, and we could see how it's very, very close. So they had no type of dilution. They did all their dilution right here, and they had no type of dilution here. So getting back to a level of a 60-cent price, that's the reason why it did resist so hard. This may be an opportunity to actually see a major move within a position. Now, you still have a ton of other things that you probably want to look into. Mainly being like what it is and why it will move, why you can be bullish on it. But this does look like something that might be a big play, but it's not something that you need to invest a crazy amount of money into. If I was going to invest any money into it, if I did have the ability to do so, it would probably be like $100 or $200. And that $100 or $200 would have the potential chance to run up to not only a 60-cent price point, but could run up to about $1, $2 worth, or even further than that, up to hundreds of millions of dollars, depending on, what markets it gets available on. Remember, it's not available. Then it probably wasn't available in as many markets. And now it's still it does have Binance, which is huge, but it doesn't have, Coinbase or Kraken or any of those, which could create a pump as well. Now, I don't know if it will, but it's always great to explore. So I'll copy that and see what could be an option there and try and, again, find these gems that are not necessarily going to be, may not be like ridiculous bangers, but could be something that happens in the near future. Where's this at? Front. Yeah, which makes more sense. Forget finding the next Pepe. When I was looking, I was still was still very much still sort of fresh eyes. I didn't know what to look for at all. Yeah, I mean, it's great to try and find that if you stumble upon it, or if you stumble upon something that has a ton of volume, that's fantastic. But I think we need to find something that has the ability to grow a lot further. It's for the future. It's like starting a business. You don't want to start a business that you're looking to gain all of the money for the business in a month. No, you're looking to to progress to this higher level and gain millions of dollars over a long period of time, so that it becomes sustainable. If it happens too fast, it's not sustainable. I don't own any Jasmy, but I'm getting some today. Yeah, I think Jasmy is a good play. I don't know where Jasmy is today. Let's check it out. 'Cause I didn't even look at it. 52% of a penny. So, I mean, I wouldn't say you missed an opportunity there, because obviously the larger opportunities, it can go a lot further. But the level that you could have gotten this for, where it was at 48% of a penny, or if we look at the last 7 days, how it was at 46 or 45% of a penny, you kind of missed that lower opportunity that's there. And now it's sitting at 52% of a penny, which is still a decent price point. Which anyways, I was reading something else. If it's still a decent price point, but you just missed an opportunity to buy it at wherever the lows were, the lowest point was. What do you think about Bone? I mean, I don't want to be a fan of it at all. I don't know where Bone is right now, but I feel like the things that they keep developing, you just see them like fail very, very quickly. All the things that this team has created, it hasn't been the best thing for Shiba Inu. It hasn't been the best thing for the Shiba Inu community. It's been just distracting us from what the end goal was, which was to get Shiba Inu back to, or get Shiba Inu to burn off that supply, to build upon, what could be use cases and what could be, burn cases, all these other things. And Gary has that right. Satoshi destroyed Shiba Inu. Like, he destroyed the thought of like gaining what we wanted to gain with Shiba Inu. The mindset that we had going into Shiba Inu was like, yeah, if Vitalik can burn 41%, we can find a way to burn that. We were establishing businesses, establishing different things that can burn off the supply of Shiba Inu while creating revenue, and then doing surprise burns with some of that extra revenue that you ended up having, right? We were finding ways to do that. You had bigger entertainment. You had a coffee company. You had gaming. You had YouTube channels that probably wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have been able to do that in today's standard or in today's setting, because there are people that are trying to farm views for money, and they don't allow that anymore. So that would have been a form of farming views, which would have gotten the YouTube channels banned for doing that. But you have different ways that you were looking to burn Shiba Inu, and that team and Satoshi leading it shut everything down. It was just like, no, nobody else can create with the Shiba Inu name besides us, when it's supposed to be, completely decentralized, and you have this central team that's looking to control everything. So I don't know. The way I feel about Bone is that it's going to eventually follow a lot of the fate of basically everything else, where it just, not completely fails, because I don't think cryptocurrency will fail, but when it comes to what it could have been, it will be a failure when you compare it. Not going to lie, I would love this content if you were to do this much more scouted for coins with 100x potential. I feel like we all would be able to learn a whole lot. Yeah, 100%. That's why I decided to do it, because I feel like as you go through, all of these coins that you could see here, as you go through everything, a lot of people, and I've noticed that I was going through, YouTube, and people only talk about, a lot of the coins that are in the top 100. I saw this video from a channel that it's going to go unnamed, where they talked about the top 10 coins for, that you can get under $1, right? Get in Bitcoin, get in a Bitcoin-like coin. And they compared Bitcoin to things like XRP and XDC. And I'm trying to think of something else. And, like Shiba Inu and stuff like that, right? Where you see it under $1, and they're like, get these positions for under $1. And you can basically look at it just like how Bitcoin was when it was at $1. When Bitcoin was at $1, it was at a $21 million market cap. But we are comparing a $21 million market cap to a $3 billion market cap, a $10 billion market cap. Looking at Solana and all of those that, is what is it, $30 billion market cap, something like that, 18 or whatever. You're looking at these projects that have billions of dollars versus something that has a $21 million market cap. If you want to get into the next Bitcoin, you got to find something that's outside the top 100. It's not going to be XRP. It's not going to be CAS. I mean, it could have been, because if you would have bought it at a certain level, it would have been a $20 million market cap, just like Bitcoin. It's not going to be CRO. It's not going to be BNB. It's not going to be all of those. It's going to be something that's outside the top 100, inside maybe the top 1,000, something like that, something that has that potential, that's listed on some of these exchanges, that has a little bit of volume. Maybe something that's ranked 600 and somehow has a crazy amount of volume, but also has majority of the supply that's already out there. Also, it's on a major exchange. Also, it has a use case. Also, it's a coin. Like, all of these things have to apply to that situation for you to have that next Bitcoin to play out. And a lot of people are just looking at the top 100. And the top 100 is telling me, yeah, if it's over 300 million or $400 million market cap, then we should be looking at those plays. No, I've been blind to the top 100, even though technically I have some that are outside of it. But as I was looking at some of those plays, I was like, Krill is a great play. And that's sitting, outside of the top 700, right? Farm is a great play, and that's sitting outside the top 600. So if I could find some of these plays and, find ones that are on the next page and the next page, I feel like, you can see those massive benefits. You could see those massive gains. And eventually we'll get to that point. The only thing is that this type of content is not really appealing to the masses. People want to hear about the most popular plays that are out there, not about like what's the new gem that you're talking about, And it sucks that that's the case, because majority of my videos will be such. It will be, talking about cryptocurrencies like XRP and the potential there, because it still does have a lot of potential and the popularity is there and all of that. But maybe once a week, 2 times a week or something, we go through different plays, different AI plays, different metaverse plays, different plays that you can see that have mass potential, coins that have potential rather than tokens that have potential. Maybe we'll go through that. We'll see. But I wish they had an easy way to kind of break down a coin versus a token and separate the two. Something that has its own blockchain versus something that's built on a blockchain. Yeah, so we have, what about Kaspa? What's going on with Kaspa? Man, if I could help or be a part of helping to find these coins, I would love to, bro. Well, I mean, you're helping in any way that you can. Like, if you're looking at certain plays, if you have a certain strategy, I think we need a playbook, right? We need to find like coins. First we start with certain things, right? Tokens can run as well. But we also understand that coins will probably be the best bet to find something that has its own blockchain, that's creating something brand new, or feeding off of something and improving something of a concept before it, and something that may have a little bit of popularity during these times where it's at the lowest market cap. We just need like a playbook. And once we have that playbook, we can follow that playbook. And I think that playbook is going to have to be established on Patreon. We're going to have to figure that out and then launch what that playbook is on Patreon, and also explain how we use or utilize that playbook. We definitely have a playbook, like a checklist of things to check off. Absolutely. What do you think about Croak? It's like CRO and Grok or Grok, however you say that. Is it created on the Kronos? So I don't know what that is, because it's just showing croaking. Unless you're talking about this. Unless you're talking about this here. This page has been created automatically using the on-chain data and contains unverified information. Please do your own research. Grok. Okay. Or Grok. Yeah, I thought that was it. I thought it was going to be like a Grok that was created on like the, what is that called? The Kronos network. That would be interesting, but it would also be a meme play. Can you say something about Lunic? I haven't said anything about Lunic lately. I mean, Luna is sitting at a standard level. I still hold a lot of my Terra Luna Classic. I understand the potential and where I believe it will go for Terra Luna Classic, but there's a lot that needs to be done there. And I think once we start seeing things that are flowing into, I guess it hasn't been a while since I talked about Terra Luna Classic. I've made a couple of videos on it. You think Pepe can do SHIB numbers? I think it can. The problem is that I think SHIB will always be that second in line meme coin, just like Doge will always be the number one. Do I think Pepe can 100x from here? 100x would be a $300 million market cap, or $300 billion market cap. Is that right? Yeah, because it's currently, no, that's not right. It would be a $30 billion market cap. Why would I say that? Yeah, I mean, it definitely could. I currently have 100 Pepe, and I'm looking to turn it into maybe like 10,000. Or I have like 100 or 120 or something. I can turn it in like, no. I don't know. I have like, I think somewhere around 200. Let's say $200. It's like 180. And yeah, that could definitely push up to a level to where it's 100x, which you're adding 2 zeros. So getting to a 3 billion or 30 billion. Absolutely. Can you check Lucky's LP? Yeah, we can check it. I haven't seen it. I know that they have like a listing or something today, right? Lucky's. There we go. So currently that's sitting at a $443,000 market cap with $174,000 worth of volume. You could see that you're at a 10% or 11% gain today, which is phenomenal, or in the last 24 hours. In the last 7 days, it's up 4%. In the last month, it is up 463%. And in the last year, it's up 324%. So it's higher than it has ever been before, like just stabilizing where it is now. It has been up to a multiple $1 million market cap. I think it was like $1 or $2 million worth of a market cap, which is phenomenal. And see all the volume that did flow through there. Lucky's LepreCoin is making some moves. So it's available on 2bit, Tokepi, and Bitconomy Exchange. But then you also have Lucky's LP. I believe that's going to be, I'm trying to see where it is. It's going to be launching on CoinStore as well. So that's going to be another exchange. So they're definitely making moves. It's not obviously the biggest moves, like they're not launching on Coinbase, but you're seeing things that are coming up. Every now and again, you're seeing more things that are coming up, and it looks good to be able to see this level of growth. So obviously still looking for where they will go from here. So if you could see a level of adding maybe a MEXC or something like that, I don't know how much it will cost in order for them to do it. But if you can add like an MEXC and all these other things, they don't have any taxes. They don't have to worry about that. It's just about the growth, and it is a meme play. So you have to grow based on popularity, and hopefully, we'll see that flourish. I own 1.2 billion Pepe. That's great. I don't know how much that is compared to overall, because I think it has 420 trillion. I want to add 20K more to Kaspa. 20K more $1,000, or you want to buy 20K Kaspa? There's definitely a difference. When do they actually add that? I thought it was like today. I think it is. Wait, let me go back here. So I believe it's listing. When is the listing? It said coming soon, but let's go to Lucky's LepreCoin. I think they released it, or at least put something out here. So trade time, you're going to see November. It's not today. November. Oh, it is today. I thought today was the 10th for some reason. I don't know why. November 20th, 2023. You're going to see this listing today, and it's at 18 o'clock UTC. So I don't know what time that is. UTC +8. I don't know what time. UTC time to Eastern. I need to know what time it is. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, 6 p.m. UTC time, right? And then 1 p.m. Monday is Eastern. So 1 p.m. today. Is that right? Or is that wrong? Horrible converting time. Do you think getting some Jasmine at the current level is decent? Compared to where it will go overall, yes. However, I think you need to understand, I hope that, you do maybe a little bit of research on your own to understand where you are compared to where it will be, where you believe it will be. Because I want you to be confident in your own position that you buy. It's not about me saving my rear end at all. It's about you being able to be comfortable with what you have by seeing the future of that investment. I never want people to just go, hey, can I buy this position or should I buy this position? And then there's nothing else but that into it. Is there a use case for Lucky's LepreCoin? Not at the moment, no. They are looking to build a couple of things, but it's mainly just hovering around the memeability of it. So more of being that meme coin and what people are looking for, that end goal, which is the pot at the end of the rainbow, right? The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And that ultimate gain that we're looking for. Because that's what you can end up seeing with something like a Lucky's LepreCoin. Obviously, it's at a low market cap if they find a way to launch on a bunch of different exchanges. You said it's 2 p.m. Yeah, I don't know what time it is. It's sometime. It'll be available today at some point. We can skip to tomorrow and it'll be available. I don't know what time that is. Trade time, withdrawal time. So you have all these levels, or actually the two levels are the same. So that's good. But Lucky's LepreCoin right now does not have any major use case, or any use case right now. However, I'm not saying that it won't in the future. You never really know, because currently Lucky's is only on, some very small markets. And as long as they start to continue to make jumps and leaps into getting on some of these places, and hopefully they have some sort of like marketing wallet or something that they can use to spend on some of these exchanges, because some of them could be like $12,000. If they're funding them themselves, it's got to be super expensive. So hopefully they have a decent amount that they can put towards it. Now, if you're looking to launch on like a Coinbase, it'll cost you like $1 million or $2 million to launch on those. Can Krill hit $1,000? So I'm not looking for KRL to hit $1,000. Now, looking at that at a level of $1,000, $1 would be a $39 million market cap for Krill. So $1 would be a $39 million market cap. $10 would be a $300 million market cap, $390 million market cap. $100 would be a $3.9 billion market cap. And then seeing it at $1,000, it would be a $39 billion market cap. Now, I'm not looking for those levels because I honestly don't think that Krill will be that valuable. However, anything could happen, right? I'm not saying that it won't, and I will always have Krill left over and at least have 1,000 left over just in case that does happen, right? But all of these levels in between. I have 10,000 krill right now. So as it gets to a level of $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever, like it was before, and given those chances to increase a lot more, absolutely, I think krill can be worth multiple hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions of dollars. But then you start to get into the $1 billion level, and you're like, how valuable will $1 billion be in the future bull market? Because then you need 1,000 billions to get to $1 trillion, and there's going to be a bunch, maybe everything within the first page that's at $1 billion at least. So for me, I can definitely put an exit plan up. I don't think I have an exit plan for krill right now. I don't have an exit plan built on here for krill, but I want to be able to redo. I am redoing a bunch of different things here. So I guess this must have come off. No, this is an old. Wait, did I not save the other file? This is an old file. Or wait, is this file not the one that I'll have to go back and look at this and see if this is the file that I've been using. I think this file is on my desktop as Excel files. Let me bring this over here and hopefully this is it, because I changed a bunch in it. Maybe not. Now let's look at the other one. Maybe it's on my SD or whatever that's called, solid state drive. I don't see anything. So maybe I didn't save it, which would suck because I made a bunch of changes to it. Come on, man. I gotta start saving things. Oh wait, no, my computer like froze kind of on me, so that's why that didn't work. Let me make sure Hayden's not awake. Hayden is not awake. All right, guys. So what we're going to do here, we're actually 10 minutes over what we said we were going to do. What we're going to do here is we're going to go to, wait, where am I at? That's not it. Why did that? There we go. What we're going to do here is we're going to go to Rumble only at this point. I do appreciate everybody that is here that did join me during this live stream. We have 151 people that are here. If you want to join me on Rumble, click the link in the chat. Go and follow me on Rumble. We're going to be over there for however long we can be until Hayden does wake up. And then we're going to get off of here. But I want to make sure we have a Rumble only stream. I wanted to go for 2 hours on here. So feel free to go and follow me on Rumble. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And hopefully I'll catch you over there. And we can chat it up over there. So join me on Rumble. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.